Where are we finding good men? Like men that actually like us back and treat us well and want to be in a relationship? Because I was at drinks with my friends the other day, and every single one of us is single, and also every single one of us has a thriving social life. We have hobbies, we go to workout classes, we go to the gym, we have jobs in the office, we try to look approachable at the grocery store. We're all trying. I feel like everyone is trying, and finding a good man these days for some reason seems so hard. Where are all the good men hiding? Seriously, where are they? If you are in a relationship with a good man, tell me how you found him, because I'm struggling and all my friends are struggling too. Hey,
This is tiring, right? This mindset, this talking point, where are the good men at? Where are the good men at? It's absolute disingenuous. It is 100% disingenuous. Women do not have a problem with finding good men. They don't. It's not a problem women are facing. What women actually have a problem with, and they're not saying because it probably makes them seem superficial. Women have a problem with finding men they're attracted to and also are good men. That is what women actually have a problem with. They don't have a, women do not have a 100%. Women do not have a problem with finding good men. They have a problem with finding good men they are attracted to. That is the problem. It's not where the good men are. Good men are everywhere. The problem is attractive men aren't everywhere. You aren't attracted to all these men. Dating statistics have shown that most women find most men unattractive. Okay, and on this app, you see it so many times. Women talk about, oh my God, so many ugly men around. So it's not a problem that you're finding that you can't find men that are decent, good people inside. You have a problem with you can't find good looking men, right? You can't find attractive men that you find attractive. That is the problem. And in my honest opinion, even if you find a good man, women will get bored or be disinterested when he honestly doesn't fit her attraction level. I mean, he has to be such an amazing, amazing man to get over the hurdle of attraction. And usually, women, that hurdle is very hard to get over. So I hate this dishonest mindset, disingenuous question. Where are the good men at? No. Where are the men? Where are the good men you are attracted at? That is the issue.
So y'all know Contrell, or otherwise as NBA Youngboy. We were together, and he wanted to keep me secret from the world, but now we're not together, so I'm going to give y'all the tea. Things got pretty serious pretty fast. He wanted me to be his baby mama, but wanted it to be a secret from the world and his wife. And I don't know if it's because I'm a white girl or something. But then he made me quit my job and then left me with nothing. And when he was in Europe all summer, I was with him, but he had me stuck up in a hotel room the whole time. This man also manipulated me so bad into getting his name tattooed on me. Also with me quitting my job.
Completely optional. Completely and utterly optional. We're talking about a married man here with 12 kids. I don't know. You did this to yourself.
That is why men say women versus accountability. Women can never understand this, right? They always blame the bad men, the men that lie, the men that switch up, the men that cheat, the men that abuse. Here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, you can't and should not be changing other people. What you can do, right? What you can control is your own actions. That is why accountability matters. Women can't seem to understand that. They control their actions. No one is controlling you. No one is forcing you. In 2025, no one is forcing a woman to do anything she doesn't want to do. Even getting with a man that has multiple kids by multiple women, many women, not married any of them, right? So really, you it's like, this is the problem a lot of times where, and this is why I don't really believe a lot of women, right? When they say the shit that they say, men lie, men switch up, because women have consistently shown that they lack accountability. They lack the pure ability to self-reflect. They don't realize that they ignore red flags. They ignore toxic behaviors. They ignore who the man really is because they want this man, right? They're attracted to this man. They want this man. So they will ignore said red flags. Okay? This man was a beacon of a red flag. Yet, you know what? You were stupid enough to get with the man. And again, this is why we talk about women not being able to understand accountability. Actually, I want to say this. You know how I've said this, where you can't hold bad men accountable, right? You can't hold bad men accountable. Why? Because even if you try, right? Even if you try, you go up to a man and say, "Oh, bro, you can't have all these baby mamas. You can't, be playing with these women. You can't have all these kids." Guess what? Here's that man, right? A man has 12 kids, but I think 12 kids or 12 baby mamas, whatever. Here's another woman that would have given him another kid. I would have jump on board. So how can you hold this? How can you hold a bad man accountable? When honestly, women take away the accountabilities from said bad men, right? Like imagine you telling this man, stop having a bunch of kids by a bunch of women. It's not gonna be good for you. Women won't want you. Well, they still do. They still want him. So that's why you can't hold bad men accountable.
When did it happen that women started waiting for the men to pick us out of the sea of women that they have waiting? When did we become the options to them?
When feminism started. When the sexual revolution started. When women now see and honestly can touch top tier men. Highly desirable men. Right? When women see that, wow, there are actually, I can interact with, talk to, touch, go on dates with, even have sex with top tier men, highly desirable men. When women created the hookup culture, when women have made the disproportionateness of the dating market, where women go for the top 20% of men, where women desire men with money, when majority of women desire the same type of man. Feminism, sexual revolution, all the things that women pushed to start. This is why a lot of men, you wonder why like the MGTOW movement started. Because those are groups of men that, they get out of the dating market, sit back and watch the world that women have created burn down around them. Right? Watch women complain about the world that they created. Because here's the thing. The world before feminism, I can give you the excuse. I can give you the leeway that, women had no real part in it, so it's men's fault. I can give women that excuse. Now, after feminism, after all the things women did and voted for and, pushed into motion, this is the world that women have created. Either purposely or subconsciously. Women have created this. Everything you see around you, okay? How the dating market is, how, marriage life is, how the pay structure is, everything. In my honest opinion, women have had a hand in it, or they are the ones who are the root of the situation. So, it is women. So now women are suffering from their own actions. They're suffering the consequences from their actions and words. Surprise, surprise.
Know this guy. This used to be my bully in middle school. Aren't you the guy who used to call me a buck-tooth, flat chest, flat butt, bitch with a gap?
No.
In middle school?
I'm not going to say middle school.
Now that you see me all these years later, would you date me? I guess you didn't hear me. I said, now that you see me all these years later, would you date me? Nigga, answer the question before I get mad right now, that ass.
Yeah.
Thought so. You better run away.
I always like to preference any crazy, really fallout video is maybe it's a skit, but it doesn't, from what I look, right, it doesn't look like it, but it could be. But I've said this, nothing's original. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not, right? This is the thing where people will, go to whatever extreme. You can see that she brought a lot of trauma. I mean, I just want to say, if it's true, here's a woman that's an example that they bring a lot of trauma. I don't believe a lot of women actually go on a healing journey. I believe a lot of them carry that trauma throughout their life. So why would I say, and I've said this before, as women age, they become bigger red flags. is because of those traumas. It makes them bitter, makes them resentful, angry, combative, aggressive, all these negative traits. So yeah, that's the thing I've seen a lot, where I don't believe a lot of women actually heal from their traumas or actually improve from their traumas. So this is the negativity that I see, the bad results that, I'm not saying this particular case, but through women's actions, like choosing the type of men they want to deal with, that's what they get. Now, if it's true, like if she was bullied and stuff like that, I get it, right? That's a bad thing. You know, of course, that's not something that's in your control to, how it happened. But it's also in your control how to fix it, right? In your control to how to persevere from it or improve from it. So yeah, and her doing this is like not really how to go about it, and it's crazy. Again, if it's true, see how women can scare men and be too much.
Off to say that, number one, I don't talk about things that impact marginalized people. Nigga, I have lives where I don't even let white people on my panel. Where white people and Hispanic people, other people outside of black people have tried to come on my panels when we talking black people shit, and it's on my YouTube. Everybody who been in my lives know I don't give a fuck if we going back and forth, it's black when we fussing and fight. I will kick a white person out of my fucking panel. My moms will block the fuck out of them. Just because I tell black women, hey, check your expectations when it comes to wanting a certain type of man. If you want a tall, slim, this type of man, you might want to lose some weight.
That's Benny Ray, right? If you know him, that's a video of him having a beef with another TikTok creator. So that's not why I made this video. Exactly that part is why I did, because this is a thing where. Him too, right? Because I a little while back, right? I mean, I liked some of his videos, but when I see how things like that, right? Because a lot of his videos are the ones that I've seen in the past, where he's no different than the white people he hates. He's no different, just like all the minorities, all the black people that say shit about white people. Which I'm not trying to defend white people. I don't care, right? Because it doesn't matter to me. It's just that I see things like this, and I'm like, imagine this, right? Because I always like this argument. Imagine if this was reverse. If it was a white person saying that, I will kick any black person off of my live. I will never It's like they should stay out of my business, stay out of our business. It's just like it's just funny, okay? Where we're minorities, black people, complain about segregation, but in my honest opinion, they'll always segregate themselves anyway. It's not like they want to unify. It's not like they want to be with each other. It's not like they want a community with each other. It's not like they want to end the division. They don't. Right? They don't want to end the division. They want to continue it. They want to honestly be no different than the people they complain about. Okay? Purely judging, purely caring about somebody just because of their skin tone. No different. No different. You do what you want. But here's the thing where I want to say this. My own point of view, right? My own point of view. I always get these comments. Oh, you need to stay out of, black people business. Go just talk about Asian people. Why the fuck would I? Why do I need to care? Are Asian people complaining about shit? We're not. Right? Actually, we're doing pretty well. Economically, the Asian community is doing well. And we don't care about the politics like that. Right? We're not crying that racism, that the government this, we don't get whatever, right? So what's the point? We're not complaining, we're not hurting for nothing. But I say this because, you believe it or not, I care about the black community because I have lived in the black community most of my life. This is the thing where a lot of we forget that a lot of minorities live together, right? They live in the same communities. So it's like I've seen the struggle, I've seen the despair, I've seen the hardships. So I care. Right? Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. But I say things because I care, because in my mind, I'd rather a person outside of the race says things that, to betterment the race, right? Instead of continue to promote, in my honest opinion, racism and segregation and division. I want to promote betterment. I want to promote unity. I want to promote stop judging fucking people on their race. Stop it. That is the problem. That mindset, right? That mindset is what gotten us to what we are right now, right? We are more divided than ever. Black and white people are more divided than ever before. This is why I wouldn't be surprised that we would get a civil war, because of this kind of mindset. You both hate each other. And I get it, fine. Then start your civil war. But it's like, why must you? Why must you hate each other? It's like, we can't make steps to betterment the community, betterment our country. A country that's more unified is a stronger country than one that's divided. And this mindset, I'm going to kick any white person out, right? I ain't going to include any white person in any kind of discussions. It's honestly stupid. Because here's the thing also. In my life, I've dated mostly black women. I don't even know what it's like dating a white woman, or I barely know what it's like dating an Asian woman. But because I'm Asian, that's a no. So even white men who dated black women, that's a no. Right? Because he doesn't know what it's like dating. I don't want to make excuses for that shit, whatever. It's just that I'm tired of us constantly doing things that continues to divide. I'm tired of us honestly perpetuating the division. I'm tired of that. A lot of people don't realize that you're no different. You're no better than the people you complain about.
Not humble me. Like, I'm pretty and I know I'm pretty. This isn't like I have to guess or maybe. No, it's like a fact. It's like a known thing.
I'm not trying to humble her, but maybe it sounds like I am. You know, yeah, you are pretty, but you're most likely ugly on the inside. Quite likely. This is a thing where a lot of women are insanely superficial. And then you wonder why men treat women like objects. Why men only care about women's beauty. Because honestly, that's all women care about. That's all women care about as well. Okay? Nothing about, oh, what type of personality you are, right? What type of person you are. What type of moralities do you have? You know, your character, all that stuff. Who you are inside. You're pretty. Okay. Now what? It's like, then you wonder why. You wonder why men are what they are. Because women are really no different. Women are really no different. They're skin deep. Okay? To be honest, I think a lot of women don't realize they are ugly on the inside. I think a lot of women are ugly on the inside. They're very pretty. By dating statistics, most men find most women attractive. But I honestly believe when most men date a lot of women, they find out the women inside, who she is inside, is very ugly. Very self-absorbed, very egotistical, very selfish. So a very ugly person. Pretty, yeah, she's pretty. But still an ugly person. So I'm not trying to humble her, but I guess it seems like I am. It's just that we don't really realize it. Okay? That a lot of women, in my opinion, are very ugly inside.
I'm never fucking posting another thirst trap bitch because what the fuck? Why are these old ass, chopped ass men all like following me now? One of them wasn't even a thirst trap, bro. Like, I was just trying to show my crazy ass sunburn. Does my look give like old men type? Like, what? I also got randomly cackled by 2 chopped men earlier today too, and I'm just like, this shit is pissing me off, bro. Like, I'm never.
You know, what's pissing me off is like, we have such an abundance, particularly online, with women that are egotistical, extremely egotistical. I get it. You know, you go online, you think you're something special because women are giving you validation. Women are saying that you're beautiful, that you're amazing, that all this and that. And then there's some simp men, the chop men, like you say, they give you some attention, making you think that, you know what, you are better than what you are. You're not. You're average. You are average at best. That's being kind. So many women, so many women just think that they are something special when they're not. Okay, calling men chop, fine. You find men ugly, great. But if you can only attract ugly men, what does that say about you? Right? What does that say about you? When you're single and only can attract ugly men and the free validation from other women, what does that say about you? Honestly, that says that maybe you need to be humble. Maybe you need to be more humble, because honestly, that's probably where your level is. Okay? The ugly men that you think you're attracting, the chop men that you are attracting, well, let's probably say that's your level. Because a lot of women are just so egotistical, thinking that they're something amazing, right? And it's like, it gets tiring. It gets really tiring that women have no issue with calling men ugly, chop, whatever they else want to say. Yet no clear understanding of their own value, right? Of their own attraction level. Because like I said, if you are single and only attracting men that you deem ugly, what does that say about you? It doesn't say that, oh, the good-looking men don't want you, or they're too scared to come up to you. No, good-looking men have no issue going up to women. Is that they find you chopped. That's the thing that a lot of these women don't realize. They find you chopped. So this is what makes these women even more ugly. It's their personality, right? Lack of the very least being humble, being like actually beautiful inside. But no, a lot of these women are ugly outside, and because they're average outside, when those combine, you're just ugly. You're just ugly. So these women are just really tiring. And you see this so much. You see this so much, the entitlement, the audacity to come online and just say men that you're chopped. Say them, there's so many chopped men out there. And no realization that honestly, you wouldn't like it when men call you ugly, call you chop. You wouldn't like it, but you have no issue, no problem coming online and degrading men. Okay? Why don't you just say that I don't like men coming up to me? No. Yeah, no. You do like it, right? I'll be corrected, right? You do like it. You just don't like, you think that these men are ugly and you deserve better. You qualify for better. No, you're chopped. You're chopped as well. Okay? You're not pretty inside and you're definitely not pretty outside.
Women don't purposely pick the wrong men. They just pick the wrong men because men are fucking liars. You guys literally will fake your whole personality, fake your whole life, just fake anything to impress a woman, especially if you don't got it like that. It's unfortunate, but women listen with their ears and men listen with their eyes. If we all started listening with our eyes and going with just men's actions, we'd do better.
You know how I can prove that women purposely pick the wrong men? Because women, the type of men women do pick. Women pick, let's say, athletes, entertainers, men that are charming, men that have clout, men that have money. They go for these types of men, knowing that these types of men are usually the types of men that are either very popular with women. They're very desirable men. Top 20% of men, okay? You're picking the men that are usually the most good looking, the most charming, the most wealthy, right? You're picking top tier men. These men, I wouldn't be surprised, more often than not, 9 times out of 10, are womanizers, low morality, low character, wouldn't mind to lie, okay? And this is a thing where, another thing why I think women purposely will pick the wrong men, because they prioritize, right? Prioritize the wrong thing. Money, right? Looks, charm, okay? Nothing about morality, nothing about character, nothing about who you are inside. Right? You don't prioritize those things. So yeah, no duh, the men may lie about money. Men may lie about, things to impress women. But why is it the things impress women? Why isn't character? Why isn't it morality that impresses a woman? Why isn't it who a man is, right? How he's lived a respectful, a good life, a kind life, right? He's a man. He's done. He's about caring for others. I don't see men lying about that. I don't see men trying to impress you with, good things he's done. That's the thing where if you care about superficial shit, you are going for the type of men that care about superficial shit. And you think those type of men are morally sound? No, they're not. So really, that's why I can see that women purposely choose terribly. They choose men that would typically have low morality. They choose men that are very superficial. Men that care about looks, men that care about clout, men that have good talking game, men that care about wealth, right? So that's why I believe women usually know they're picking men that are essentially terrible. And this is the thing I want to say. Let's say one of the clear things, charm. Women never understand, men are not born with charm. Also, you have to develop charm. And usually 9 times out of 10, to develop charm, you're using it. And you're using it to a successful degree. If men are using charm to a successful degree, you think he's not racking up bodies? He's not womanizing. He's not, having sex with a lot of women. He doesn't have a high body count. So you think that type of man, usually, like I'm not saying all the time, 9 times out of 10, you think he's a very morally sound man? I highly doubt that.
Are you guys so mad that I call out the modern day slavery? If you have a problem with it, it's because you're probably one of the men children that I'm talking about. Because as you can see, the men who provide, protect, and lead their families, they're in the comments saying, I help out with my kids. I split household chores. Kudos to you. I'm not talking about you. We're talking about the ones who go to work, come home, and think they should be catered to and nurtured. Like, really?
Because you know what? You weaken and belittle words, right? You lessen the powers of words. Slavery, I find it like these leftists, these women, these alphabet people talking about phobias, slavery, Nazi, fascist. You weaken those words. Toxic. Okay? You weaken these words. You make it, you just make it like no meaning. You give it your own meaning. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, slavery is viewing someone as your property. Your property, an object. I don't know any man that, even in these so-called toxic relationships, no man is providing for his what he owns, his object, right? No one is providing a roof for someone he treats like an object. No one is providing a life for what he views as an object that he owns. No one. This is why this shit is disingenuous. This is why you women like this just make everything so weak, right? Make everything so idiotic and annoying. Because here's at the end of the day, right? Slavery. I'm pretty sure you didn't have the right to leave. Women file for divorce 70% of the time. I don't know any slavery, relationship where you are free to leave anytime you want. I don't know any slavery dynamic where you choose your master. You choose the man that you hate. This is the insanity, okay? Where women don't realize that you chose him. Out of all the options you could have chose, you chose the man that you think that he made you a slave. You chose him. Tell me what slave chose his master. Tell me. And then leave whenever said slave feels like leaving. You weaken these words. There are actual people in this world still in slavery. Okay? There are pockets in this world that have people still enslaved. Right? There are pockets in this world that have people still being suffering from actual persecutions. Right? Being suffered violence. Okay? True oppression for their differences. But here in America, right, where we're the land of the free, where we have so little problems, we're making light of it, where we are the ones who are oppressed. We are the ones who are slaves in modern day time. It's tiring. It's disgusting.